Good morning and welcome to BHC today. I'm Pastor Dave and it's wonderful to spend a few minutes with you on this first Monday in 2025. I trust that you're off to a great start and filled with optimism, and I'd like to add to that optimism, if I may, by reading from the Passion Translation, chapter 34 of the book of Psalms. So Psalm 34. Lord, I am bursting with joy over what you've done for me. My lips are full of perpetual praise. I'm boasting of you and all your works, so let all who are discouraged take heart. Join me, everyone. Let's praise the Lord together. Let's make him famous. Let's make his name glorious to all. Listen to my testimony. I cried to the Lord in my distress, and he answered me. He freed me from all my fears. Gaze upon him. Join your life with his, and joy will come. Your faces will glisten with glory. You'll never wear that shame face again. When I had nothing, desperate and defeated, I cried out to the Lord, and he heard me, bringing his miracle deliverance when I needed it most. I encourage you to read Psalm 34, and if possible in the Passion Translation. It's an amazing chapter, exhilarating, and a great one to springboard for the new year. As I think about the new year and all the prospects of it, we always have choices every day of every year, but something Pastor Rob said a few weeks ago, and he did it in kind of a humorous way, but nevertheless within the humor was some very real truth. He said that he had it on good, firm foundation with good knowledge that one out of us will each die. That there will be no one of us who escape death. There's a 100% chance that we will die. And it wasn't said with anything, wasn't said morbidly or negatively, but was said to face the reality of human life. And as I think about that, as I think about the future, what am I going to do with each moment of the day that I have? Am I going to live dying, or am I going to die living? Am I going to live dying, or am I going to die living? Well, think about that a little bit, and think about your own frame of reference, what you live into the future for, how you live each day. You know, it seems as though, and I certainly, while I move back a little bit, I certainly do my share of doctoring. I want to live well and stay well as long as I take breath. At the same time, I don't want to live in a fashion that I'm always thinking about death or making my decisions about trying to avoid death or things that might happen that are negative. I really want to live. I want to live like Jesus did, facing the future, looking forward to the next step. Again, there are always, for all of us, times ahead that we would prefer not, and yet we cannot let the negative, we cannot let death define our living today. We must give it our all. We must follow Jesus with passion. We must take risk sometimes because life is a risk. If you were born, you're living in risk. So if you would, think about that. Do I want to live dying, or do I want to die living? We know that the end will come, that transition to the next world will come. So how am I going to spend my time now? And what is my attitude going to be? Think on these things. Read Psalm 34 again. Gaze upon him. Join your life with his, and the joy will come. Your faces will glisten with glory. You'll never wear that shame face again. When I had nothing, desperate and defeated, I cried out to the Lord and he heard me, bringing his miracle deliverance when I needed it the most. He has promised that every step of the way, he will be with us. So let's die living in the best possible sense as we look forward to what he has in store for us. When death comes, we'll be ready because we have lived our life to his fullest, to our fullest by his presence in us. Have a wonderful day and Happy New Year.